The values. What did Winston Churchill believe in, other than his own destiny? Above all, he was a patriotic Briton who gloried in his nation's history, culture, triumphs, and empire. In the British Empire, we not only look out across the seas toward each other, but backwards to our own history, to the Magna Carta, to habeas corpus, to the Petition of Right, to trial by jury, to English common law, and to parliamentary democracy. These are the milestones and monuments that mark the path along which the British race has marched to leadership and freedom. As for Britain's lack of a political blueprint, he would retort, "Why, the British Constitution is mainly British common sense." One institution above all was the jewel in the political crown. The House of Commons is the citadel of British liberty. It is the foundation of our laws. Its traditions and privileges are as lively today as when it broke the arbitrary power of the Crown and substituted that constitutional monarchy under which we have enjoyed so many blessings. From a young age, Churchill was obsessed with becoming one of Britain's greatest heroes and leaders. He consciously lived in history, and history subconsciously lived in him. Clement Attlee found at least half a millennium in him. One layer was certainly the 17th century. The 18th century in him is obvious. There was the 19th century, and a large slice, of course, of the 20th century, and another curious layer which may possibly have been the 21st. Most vitally, Churchill was born and bred a Victorian, who lived, often uncomfortably, through most of the 20th century. These words best reveal his most cherished values. But what is the purpose which has brought us all together? It is the conviction that the life of Britain, her glories and message to the world, can only be achieved by national unity, and national unity can only be preserved upon a cause which is larger than the nation itself. Yet Churchill also cherished the American side of his heritage from his mother. During speaking tours in the United States, he enjoyed telling audiences that he was 50% American and 100% British. He reveled in the glory that Britain had given birth to America, along with other English-speaking nations, best expressed with his 4-volume History of the English-Speaking Peoples. In a 1943 speech at Harvard University, he explained what bound them: law, language, literature, common conceptions of what is right and decent, a marked regard for fair play, especially to the weak and poor, a stern sentiment of impartial justice, and above all, the love of personal freedom. He then made a stunning proposal to reverse the history that drove Americans and Britons apart 2 centuries earlier. This gift of a common tongue is a priceless inheritance, and it may well some day become the foundation of a common citizenship. History, rather than ideology, was Churchill's guiding light. No greater calamity can happen to a people than to break utterly with its past. It is only by studying the past that we can see, however dimly or partially, the future. It may well be that it is only by respecting the past that we can be worthy of the future. He was at once a man of action, thought, ambition, and ethics, proceeding consciously through time. History with its flickering lamp stumbles along the trail of the past, trying to reconstruct its scenes, to revive its echoes, and kindle with pale gleams the passion of former day. What is the worth of this? The only guide to a man is his conscience. The only shield to his memory is the rectitude and sincerity of his actions. It is very imprudent to walk through life without this shield, because we are so often mocked by the failure of our hopes and the upsetting of our calculations. But with this shield, however the fates may play,